everyone, so welcome back to my channel. Today I've decided to do my tattoo question and answer. So I posted on my Instagram and my Facebook for anyone that had any kind of questions about any of my tattoos or anything like that. So I did get a few. I'm going to be reading them off my phone, so I'm going to be looking down. Apologies if I'm looking down. So first off, the tattooists I've been to. I've been to a lot. I started getting tattooed. My first one was when I was 17. I had statutory declaration from the police and I went to a small studio in Oak Park. I didn't really do any research, but it was for my grandfather and I got lyrics, and it was just lyrics from one of our favorite songs, and I got that while he was going through chemotherapy. So I started getting tattooed at 17 and I'm currently 21. Oh, I've been to a lot. I'll link them down in the description box. So I've been tattooed by Jake Gardner, who's in Queensland, Sam Clark in Queensland, Dan Malloy, who's now in the UK, Sophia Born in New South Wales, Dale Winter from Queensland, Brendan Boz from South Australia, Scott Harrison from New South Wales, Scott Phillips from WA, Ethan Langford from Victoria, Tan Vandenbroek from Victoria, Emily Rosemary Victoria, Nat Gucci from Victoria, and finally my boyfriend Jake Danielson from Victoria. So there's a little bit of a list. Generally, I obviously go to tattooers that I enjoy their work. Oh, and the tattooist I'd love to be tattooed by. So I would love to be tattooed by Jasmine Austin, and I'd love to be tattooed by Mitch Allendon, so Sneaky Mitch on Instagram. He's in the UK. And I would love to be tattooed by Peter Lagergren. He is in Sweden. I'm sure there's a few more people, but I don't have a lot of space left, so I'm really trying to like utilize most space that I can. Are there any tattoos that I regret? No, not really. I mean, I got them really quickly. Within the day I turned 18, Jake started my half sleeve up here. And within that same week, I got under my boobs done, so like my ribs, my feet, my Barbie on my hips, the back of my thigh, and yeah, my arm, all within the same week of turning 18. I don't regret any of them. I love all of them. This one, this is just an outline, so I'm in the middle of getting laser. I wouldn't say that I regret getting it tattooed. I just kind of took too much creative control because Jake did it, so I felt like I was able to just kind of, you know, be overbearing with what he was going to do, and I ended up fucking it up. Obviously, he didn't do what would be best based on me being a bitch and like based on me being really overbearing. Have I ever had any scarring or discoloration in your tattoos or issues with the healing process? The way that I heal my tattoos, I generally wet heal them. With bigger tattoos like arm or my back, my thigh, anything kind of bigger than this size, I generally like to wet heal them. They'll be covered from when I get them tattooed, and then that night I'll go home and wash them, usually with Pro Tat cleansing foam, something safe for tattoos obviously. I'll let it sit for about an hour and then I'll put hustle butter over the top of it or Pro Tat, wrap it up, and then I'll sleep with it. And then every 3 hours for the next 3 days I continually clean, unwrap, clean, lotion, and then wrap again. And then what this does is puts like a protective layer on top of the tattoo. So the cling wrap kind of acts like skin, because you have to remember a tattoo is a wound, like it is open skin. So if you're leaving it open, you know, with nothing on it, it's probably going to scab and it is going to weep, especially the first few days with plasma, and that's going to get disgusting all over your bed sheets, and it's going to be like really gross and like make your clothes and stuff stick to you. So you don't really want that. So I would say that wet healing all of my tattoos helps, so it stops cracking. It's going to stop any nasty scabs. So I haven't had anything too bad. I haven't been really scarred at all. How did it feel to get my knee tattooed? I heard it was bad, but you know, I've got like my coccyx bone tattooed, so I guess didn't really put too much thought into it, so I chose Jake to do it. And this time I gave Jake complete control over it, and I said I wanted a flower, and he gave me a peony. It didn't really hurt. I only got the outline because I didn't have a lot of time off the next day, and I'm a sweller, so I usually like to take a day or two off work after I get tattooed. It was fine. I mean, probably most people, their complaints are around the knee, so on top of the kneecap, it doesn't really hurt. I mean, the places that are more sensitive, so like, you know, in here and like your ribs and stuff, places that don't have much exposure are gonna hurt more generally. I mean, everyone's different, but the inside of my thigh hurt, but I haven't got it shaded yet, so I can't really judge on what it's gonna feel like, but I usually prefer outline, so I don't really know. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's nothing scary. How many total hours are on my body? I can't really give you an added up amount. probably been, only recently it's slowed down, but I was getting tattooed every month, pretty much. Generally more than like 3 to 4 hours each piece, I would say. If you add that up, I guess it's a lot. It's probably definitely a lot of time. Like it's probably a lot of my life I've sat crying in pain. So yeah, someone also asked how many Jake's done. He's done this whole arm, the script, under my boobs, my knee, the backs of my thighs, my Barbie, my Fachiko, on the back of my calf. He's done my feet as well. And I think that's it. So all of them except the last 2 have been not really in his style, I guess. This arm here was actually one of his first girls, so it's kind of like what he's known for now. I really heavily kind of tried to change what he wanted to do. So I wouldn't say that I have like Jake Danielson tattoos or like Jake tattoos, but I do have tattoos by Jake. A bit of a common misconception is that I just love being tattooed by my boyfriend because it's like free or whatever. If you're getting tattooed for free, it's probably not a good thing. You know, like if you want to have a boyfriend or girlfriend tattooist just because they're a tattooist, probably shouldn't be doing that. I respect Jake's tattoos and his work, and me wanting to be tattooed for free by any tattooist is the last thing that I would want. If, you know, you're getting a tattoo just purely because it's free, you probably have to rethink that. But yeah, so about the laser. So I decided to get my forearm lasered. I mainly want it lasered to be lightened. I don't actually want it removed. I want to be able to cover it eventually. I booked in with Mike Driver at Chapel Tattoo. I saw Jimmy. I went there and I wasn't really expecting anything because obviously now I've got my back tattooed, I think I can like deal with anything, which is probably not the case. I didn't have any numbing cream or anything because I was, you know, just got my ass tattooed, so I was like, whatever. Sat down, put my arm out, put the glasses on. He started up the machine and it was single-handedly the most scary fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. It's like tick, 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 tick when it like hits your skin, but they did it. What it does, correct me if I'm wrong, is it basically heats the ink up under the skin to a certain temperature, which causes it to separate over time. So it hurt. The worst thing I've ever felt in my life. I'm sure pregnancy and childbirth will not hurt as much as that did. I hated it. It was the worst thing I'd ever done. He did like this much and I was like crying. It was the worst thing ever. It was good because it kind of put it into perspective, the choices that I made and what I should probably not do next time, or what I should do. Get a little bit of laser and I guarantee that you're never gonna make a stupid mistake when it comes to tattooing again, because it fucking kills. Obviously we didn't do everything, but even if we did, it would be very quick. The healing was the worst thing ever. It bubbled and it was disgusting. So my favorite tattoo, it changes every day and they're all my favorite for different reasons. Someone asked regarding the fact that I have beautiful top of the line tattoos done by some of the best artists in the world. Thank you. Do I look at other people's tattoos that weren't done very well and critique them in my head? I'd be lying if I said I didn't look at people's tattoos and think something. I guess it's the same thing. Some people probably look at my forearm and think like, oh, it's undone. Like, oh, why does it look like that? Because obviously like the laser did lift. So, you know, people might look at that and be like, whoa, why does she have like half a tattoo on her arm? So I can't really like judge other people. There are some people that I've seen and I think of artists that could have done it better. In my opinion though, everyone has different tastes. So I'll do like a quick run around with all my tattoos and stuff. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really appreciate everyone's support. So thank you so much. If you have any suggestions for any new videos, then shoot them below and I will be sure to make sure that I get them done for you guys.